So this is the part in which we're going to take Ironhide from his vehicle mode to his robot mode. As you can see, this one is already painted and I did remove the guns because he doesn't need them for the robot mode. I'm going to start painting him, so first things first, I'm going to transform the fella. And here we have Ironhide in his robot mode. As you can see, I already removed his guns. He dropped them just like in Dark of the Moon. Oh, hold on, it was in Revenge of the Fallen he dropped these. And he got these in Dark of the Moon from Q, which I still think we should get a decent figure of. I actually liked Q, as I liked Volt as well. But yeah, let's start with the figure because there's so much detail on him, and a lot of people think it's just a black truck, but there is so much going on paint-wise. He is going to need, for instance, he's going to need 6 colors of gray. He's going to need, of course, my base coat, which is metallic black, half-half with gunmetal gray, which actually gives you like this really dark robotic metallic color, which they all had, and it actually pops a lot on Bumblebee. There's going to be gunmetal gray to actually accent this color and make it a bit more worn. There's going to be the dark copper color from Tamiya, which I'm going to use a lot of for the details. Clear as well. I actually like Mr. Hobby a little bit better than I like Tamiya at the moment. So you're going to see Mr. Hobby mixed in there as well. This is titanium silver, which is a bit more a yellowish color of silver, but it actually works a lot on Ironhide because there's so much in this color on the Prime 1 Studio figure, which I'm going to reference for the paint, of course, because it's the best representation of Ironhide out there. There's going to be metallic orange from Tamiya, which is a really nice color. I did mud flap in this and it actually pops like crazy, and it's perfect for those little details you want on the figure to just, yeah, pop a little bit more. Obviously, there's going to be silver as well, metallic gray. There's going to be a lot of gold, flat black, normal black because obviously. So yeah, I'm going to be referencing the Prime 1 statue a lot. I think my editor is going to add in pictures in here so you can actually take a look and see how good it actually is, because that actually shows you a lot of the details, because you never see his arms in a movie that much, although you see them a bit in the Make Something of Yourself Prime scene in Dark of the Moon. But yeah, there's so much detail in there, and it's all going to start with the gray base. The top of his hands actually is gray and his fingers are all black, with this bits in gray as well. He's going to need the copper knuckle dusters, of course, and there's going to be so much detail, and it actually is going to start to pop as well if you add the flat black, the gloss black and the other bits. So yeah, I like it a lot, and I'm really looking forward to starting to paint this fella. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get started on the base, which is always gray, and this is going to be one of those montages with a lot of fast forwards so you can actually see the detail going in there. So let me get to some of the details. I actually have to remove some bits, so I'm going to do that now. So I'll try to show you how it looks with just one arm done and the other not. May not look like much, but all the black is gone. So in order to make it not too boring, I'm going to do the other side as well. So in order to paint the face, I actually think I'm going to remove the head completely, which will help get everything sorted and out of the way. And thankfully it's just one screw right here that we need to loosen up. So, and as always, when you remove a head, make sure that you put the screw back in, so you don't lose a lot of things. So I've heard people say that the head sculpt is not correct, and I actually have to disagree with them. I actually like it a lot. There is some light in there, but with all the lights I've got going on, you can't really see it. It's decent, but I do think that Ironhide didn't have this color blue eyes, but a bit lighter. But for now, we're just going to leave it as is, I think, and I'm going to start with the paint. So we'll get our old plastic fork, tighten the screw, and then we have a stand for his head. So first things first, make sure that you've got everything open, and make sure that you can actually see what's needed to be done for the head. And if you take a look at the Prime 1 head, this is a different shade of grey. There's some black in here. This actually has a different color. The chin bit has a different color. I think with a lot of paint, it's actually going to look really good. So first things first, I'm going to carefully insert some paint into the Cybertronian text. So next up, for the people who actually notice little details like I do, there should be a little bit of gold in here, and as well as just a little bit above his lips. I'm going to add this now, as well as these bits need to be gold as well. So next color for his head will be the titanium silver, which actually only goes in these bits and a little bit in here, I think. Sorry, I had to also look at the reference pictures I'm using. So now it's going to start looking like Ironhide again. And there's of course still the details left on the inside of his, I don't know how you call this here, but helmet vents, I don't know. Now for those people who actually take notice to these kind of things, there are only two colors left, which are the silver and of course the gloss black. But first I'm going to do the springs on the sides, which I'm going to do in the copper orange color. This is the color meant, it's the metallic orange. You get a Tamiya color, and I'm going to use it for those springs right here and right here. I'm just going to lightly brush it in. Having those little bits of color in there actually makes it look so much better. I think it's just too bright for here, so I'm going to go use the copper color. This one, the dark copper. This is the regular plain old silver from Tamiya. So, and if you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of detail for just a hat, can you imagine what I have to do? The guns. So, last color, gloss black. Need some weathering, but I'm happy. I won't be adding much, but just a little bit. And it's going to be done, well, of course, with light gunmetal. So first we're going to finish the feet, and I hope we can actually have a proper filming spot here that I don't mess things up. So some gold. So next up we're going to be doing some metallic grey. It's just a little bit, but we need to add some detail to the arms still, and a little bit to the legs. So I know this wasn't in the movie, but I actually want to go and add some color here. I think I'm going like a dark red, just to add a little color there. So maybe a red one and a blue one. So we're in the home stretch. Now it's just a flat black and a gloss black. I'll do the gloss first because it actually works a little better and it dries a little faster. It's going to be on the arms, hold on. These two bits, a little bit on the top as well. These bits, I'll repaint this, these bits as well. And then it's just the flat black, and then we'll add some weathering, and it's time for the guns. Obviously we'll start with the feet. When you do things like this, it's always helpful to do both sides at the same time, so you don't forget things. So I actually forgot to press the record button when I did the bumper, obviously, which is flat black. Very shocked. I know, I wasn't. But yeah, this basically is him prior to the weathering effect. I still need to do the hands. Then I'm going to do the weathering, and I need to do the back. But yeah, I'll do those later. This video is already starting to take long. So for now, here is Ironhide, and the next video will be guns and weathering.